Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Q Lads channel. We are here for the first of the semi-final matchups for the men's sevens in Seville. It's going to be an exciting one. South Africa, who are currently on a 30-plus match winning streak, taking on Ireland, who are also doing very well so far in Spain. We have got Cheers also, says David the Mod, and also we have got the Wet Willie in the chat and Vishal. So I hope you guys are all doing well. I hope you're all excited for this game as it is going to be taking place in only a few minutes' time. We are currently seeing the second half of USA taking on Australia for the women's. Whoever wins that game moves through to the semi-finals. And at the moment, Australia, they are 7 points down. They are sitting 14-7 down for that one. And also, sorry, my brain's not working yet. It is currently sitting at 4 a.m., I should say. And also, what did I tell you yesterday, Rhonda, to win the Rumble? And by the way, you don't want to know how much I put on the Blitzboks to beat Ireland, as I hope they continue their winning streak, as us, Aiden. So I managed to watch the women's Royal Rumble. I have not seen the men. I know nothing about it. So please, no spoilers for that one. I'll probably end up watching it after the 2 semi-final matches, and then I will be going through and doing the final that is coming around the corner, which will be the winner of this game taking on the winner of the Australia versus Argentina game as well. An evening, or is it morning? Can't believe I'm still up as well. Says no, mum. Yeah, I ended up falling asleep, which is something that I don't normally do. I ended up sitting here. I was pretty much on the chair in the background watching TV when I think it was like 10:30, and my eyes were just kind of like this. So I was like, maybe I should actually try and sleep. So I slept for a couple hours, which is something I don't normally do Tuesday before a live stream. So hopefully my brain is wide awake for this one, and we are ready to go. We have got the hello going for South Africa win as well. And this is Kevin, and also I just put down too much as well. Says Wet Willie, so let's hope the Blitzboks gets the winner. Some people might have to take out a loan from the bank by the sounds of it, but for the starting lineup here for the Blitzboks, they have well and truly gone in big with who they have decided to use. Justin Gerald, he will be starting. Ryan Oosthuizen and Selvin Davids. Also Makata, he was a beast in the last game. $141 on the Blitzbok, Hamish. That is not what we like to hear. Of course, Christy Garola, Sean Williams, and then Darren Adonis. That is the starting lineup that the Blitzboks have gone with. Then looking through at the Irish, it's Sean Cribben, Terry Kennedy, Mark Roach, Aaron O'Sullivan, Connor Phillips, Niall Comerfield. I think it is Comerfield. I always say it wrong. And then also Zach Ward is the other player. Hey, man, how we going as well? And last day of holidays. Geez, that is rough that you are already almost going to be back at school. So hopefully you do enjoy the process of getting back to school, though. It is always a weird time for the first couple of days, but then you get kind of into the swing of things again. And safe bet as well. Says Wet Willie there. And yeah, it should be a win for South Africa. And this one we would think. And also it's going to be a tough one. But South Africa for me, 19-10, says Stanley. I like that scoreline. I feel like somewhere around there won't be a mile off for this game. It will be a slow start for both sides, probably quite methodical in the pace that they will build up. But South Africa, we know how strong they can be in the second half. And that is where they can really continue that winning streak that they have got for themselves, because it is a dominant one and it is a long one. They have been winning all of their games. I believe they're up to a 32-match winning streak. If they win this game, if they win the final as well, then all of a sudden they have got themselves the second longest equal winning streak, alongside with the New Zealand side from about 2002, 2003, I believe it was. And then they will slowly, they're building their way up. It seems like all of the USA are just getting yellow carded at the moment. Kayla Kennett now off the field for 2 minutes. Cheta Emba actually went off a little bit earlier on as well, but it's going to be an interesting one. 14 all between the two sides, I should mention, for Australia and the USA. And also, how's the Aussie girls going? Yeah, 14 all. And now it looks like, Madison Levi straight through. And that is now going to be the win, or the lead, I should say, for them. And says Ali also, I come into the live stream. Also, it's Auckland anniversary. So there's another, another holiday. There's David the Mod. So I guess working overall for you guys who do either go to school or you do go to work. How long is the work holiday? You only really get about a week off for Christmas, don't you? I know that Isaac, seeing as he was quite a new fellow at his job, he actually had to work right through the kind of Christmas period. And also, how many games has South Africa won, says Josh. I believe they're on a 32-match winning streak, and surely do a preseason or preview, or a season preview for Super Rugby. And so I haven't actually thought about it too much, but with it being just around the corner, I've probably been looking at the Six Nations as the next one that we're really looking at. And then after that, I believe we've got 19 days till Super Rugby starts up, but there will be some sort of preseason video that we will be looking at in terms of trying to maybe rank where teams are going to finish. That is always tough to do, though, in Super Rugby. You never quite know when everyone is going to be able to step up, but hopefully it is a good competition. Hopefully it can all take place, because at the moment we do know that there are a few issues in terms of cases and everything along those lines. A couple games getting cancelled already. I think it was actually Waratahs. No, sorry, it wasn't Waratahs who was playing Fiji and Drua, and that game got cancelled, sadly. And I think teachers get like 12 weeks of holidays. Pretty good gig being a teacher. Although if you are dealing with children, you'd want 12 weeks off as well, because children can be very annoying, can't they? Even though they try not to be, or actually, no, sorry, even though they try to be, they're good at it overall. And also, her husband was off work from the 23rd of December, went back to work on January 10th, but he's currently working from home as well, says not mum there. And I guess depending on the traffic light system, probably depends on whereabouts people can go in terms of like kind of working from home, working from somewhere else, maybe the office, who knows. And currently my voice is trying to disappear a little bit, which is not ideal, but we have still got another few minutes, 5 in fact, for this one to get underway. My voice or my sentences are still kind of non-existent for now, but as my brain starts to wake up a little bit more, hopefully the sentences start chaining themselves together a bit more as well. Zane Davids, Naluvu, Visa, and also JC Pretorius. That is the bench that they have decided to go with there for the Blitzboks. Jack Kelly, Sean Kearns, and then also it will be Tilamore Alanusi. Sorry, he was actually very good in the last matchup, and Tom Roach. So they were able to beat their opponents in England for the Irish to make their way through, whereas it was a tough fought game for the Blitzboks that they were able to get themselves the win over the South Africans, the Scottish. But this is going to be another try for the USA, for Tapper. This is going to be a little bit closer in this game by the looks of it. And also their teachers should get like $1 million a year. It's the most important job in the world. Without teachers, we're all dumb. I agree. And there, as well says Xavier, yeah, it is certainly, they got to shape your future. Overall, how many games are you covering this morning, Hamish? I believe we have got this one, the next one for the Australia versus Argentina, and then maybe, I think we've got at least 2 or 3 of the other games that are coming a little bit later on. So we've still got a couple more, but they will be probably around that 7, maybe 6:30 mark. I think is the next one after this one. Is Tatoy from the Aussie women's team, South African Hamish as well. Dominique Tatoy, I don't know. I think, if I'm not wrong, no, but I could be wrong there. I don't think they've mentioned too much about whether or not she has got South African kind of genes. But she could be. I mean, we've got a lot of players around the world who are South Africans, and there's a reason for that. And South Africa are very good with it as well. How many games that South Africa won? And there's, as says Josh, so they have won themselves both of the games that they have taken part in so far this time in the Seville Sevens, because they were going to be playing Samoa. That game got cancelled due to the fact that Samoa were not there, but they were able to get themselves the win over the USA and also the win over Spain. Now they're sitting on a 32-match winning streak. They are trying to make it 34 and go right through and get themselves to the final. At the moment, the USA trying to beat the Australian woman. Currently only 2 points in it, so a very close game there. And also the Garrett emojis from David. But yeah, I think the next couple hours after I end up doing these 2 live streams will probably be put right into pretty much trying to sort out my hard drives. George came around. We did some more filming. I've got hard drives everywhere. And I think I'm going to try and somewhat organize them, even though that will be a weird job to do at 5 a.m. in the morning. It seems like a good one to get underway. But yeah, anyone who has just tuned in, it is going to be Jadald, Oosterhuizen, also Davids, Makata, Krobela, Williams, and Adonis. That is the starting lineup for the Blitzboks. Then for Ireland, it is Cribben, Kennedy, Roach, O'Sullivan, Phillips, Comerford, and also Zach Ward, who will be starting that one for the Irish. And they will need a little bit of the luck of the Irish to be able to take down the Blitzboks, who are on an absolutely phenomenal winning streak at the moment. Like I mentioned, if they win these 2 games, they're on the second longest equal winning streak in history, the Blitzboks, and they've just been putting it together beautifully. Every single time they go out there, they are playing with their hearts on their sleeves. The likes of a JC Pretorius, always a super sub for them normally. Branco de Prea, he has been phenomenal, but he's not playing in this match. Don't know whether or not that is an injury. Who has a link as well? Says Gliders. I actually probably do have a link. One moment, we will go like this. That's the thing. Even though we do these commentaries, I always try and make sure that you guys are able to watch the games as well. If you do want to be able to, I'll go here and we'll go here as well. So pretty much, is that very loud? Oh, okay. It's on the YouTube channel. Never mind. There we go. So that link will take you through to World Rugby. What happens is, depending on the country you're in, you may or may not be able to watch it live, but after the whole day is over, which will be in about 5 hours time, you will actually be able to watch the full day on replay, which not too many people know about, because of the fact that the original ones aren't normally like able to watch it live. So people just go, oh, I must not be able to watch it at all. But if you do watch it after the day is finished, you got the whole day. You can watch all the games whether that is the Blitzboks taking on the USA, which was a very close game, Scotland taking on South Africa, all of those ones are going to be on there. So, yeah, I highly recommend doing that. And Australia just win. They did indeed 21 points to 19, a close matchup between those two sides. But now it does mean that we are only a couple of seconds away from the Blitzboks making their way out onto the field. Do let me know who you feel will be the MVP of this game. I am going to say Sullivan Davids. He's starting this one. He is always absolutely sensational when he's got the ball in hand. South Africa ranked number 1. Ireland ranked number 6, I should say, for this one. Seville, it is looking like a beautiful location. First time I've been in Spain, and Josh, I think it's 31 games in a row now, says Heaven. Yeah, it is either 31 or 32, I believe, and they are just on an absolute tear. The South Africans, Ireland wearing the white, the away kit for this one, of course. Both sides wearing dark green. It's going to be a little bit tough to be able to work out who was going where, so they have decided to switch to the white for the Irish, and now the Blitzboks making their way out. It is Kelly leading his boys out, or actually it was Terry Kennedy, sorry, who was making his way out onto the field for the Irish. I agree, Davids. Davids for the win, as on there says Aiden. And yeah, with you guys who have a whole heap of money on it, I just hope that it does pay off for you, because it sounds like, what were the odds for this game? Because I know that Ireland, they would have been the underdog, but they also wouldn't have been a terrible bet for this match, because they have got the potential of, if they put it together with the sub that they've got as well a little bit later on, where you can send out Owanusi, who's just an absolute unit of an individual off the bench. Their kits are opposite colours, tops and shorts as well. And this is not yeah, they've kind of colour coordinated it in the sign of reverse, I guess you could say. Normally, if you got two teams looking the exact same, it is very tough to see. So we'll just switch it around. We still want our green, we still want our white, so we'll just go, yep, that'll be all right. But now it's kicked off from left to right. Everything's rhyming at the moment. And it is going to be the first semi-final for the men's department that has now got underway. It's taken nicely out on the field by the Blitzboks. Passing it back across field now, and it is their number 11, who I was mentioning earlier on, Sean Williams. He has got huge boots to fill. Good run on the inside now from Adonis, who has also been doing very nicely into the 7th circuit so far. Going back across Jadol, looking around for Selvin Davids. Oh, that's a massive knock-on from Makata, and in fact went forward about 3 meters, trying to jump on the man, and it is going back now for the scrum. We have got the Roscoe Spickman and St. Antler. We'll come back for one tournament as us, Stanley. That would be pretty awesome. I mean, Sawyer's Wappy with the injury. Perhaps if it wasn't so difficult with restrictions and everything, we might have gotten to see one of those guys make a return. Imagine that. I mean, we see it for Australia. They have Chris Karandrani, Samu Karevi, all these guys returning. I'd love to see one of those Blitzboks classic men, even maybe a Werner Koch, if he was up for a little bit more sevens. That's $1.35 as well for their payout. That's actually quite high in that regard for the Blitzboks, definitely because of the fact that they have been on that win streak for so long. I feel like a few people may be thinking that Ireland might be able to cause a bit of an upset here. It's a good attacking run, but Adonis, they drag him down. Selvin Davis trying to get in the breakdown. Not quite able to turn it over now, trying to use the feet quickly here. And it seems like Ireland, they are well and truly up for this challenge. Aaron's O'Sullivan did have that one on the halfway line now at the moment for Ireland. Trying to step nicely. Kennedy trying to go through. Robert able to drag him down. It's a penalty to the Blitzboks. And now it looks like Selvin Davis considering taking it quickly. The player just flopping over the top for the Irish. Is my scoreboard going to behave itself? Yes, it is. There we go. And also kind of watching South Sharks versus Leicester. That's going to be a good game. And so I see that Leicester are the underdogs for that matchup. The South Sharks, they should win it. And I mean, when we're speaking about South Africa and South Sharks, they got a very good side and the Premiership as well. Just losing his footing a little bit too much there for Mark Roach. And because of it, it does end up costing them the ball and also the penalty. Now South Africa 30 meters out from the line here. And they are going to be going for the attacking line out. Sullivan Davids, cool, calm and collected, is going to be throwing this one in. Does miss the throw a little bit, and it bounces on the side of Ireland. And they have got the possession once again. That is something that we've seen quite a few times throughout the 7th circuit so far. It is teams dominating in terms of the possession up against the Springboks in the first half. But then it does all of a sudden change. In the second, it's another penalty to Ireland. Do they try and take the quick dip, or do they kick it for touch? I believe they'll kick it out for this one. Currently, was just a little bit of a mistake with Days and not able to grab onto that one. And then from there, it was turned over by Zach Ward. Roach kicking it for the touchline. But this game, I feel like I mentioned at the start, it's going to be a slow kind of methodical build for both of these sides. And then all of a sudden, the last 5 minutes is just going to be all out running. It's whoever empties the gas tank first is going to lose this match. We know that South Africa, their tank is very, very deep. Offside is a call from someone. That didn't sound very Irish from South, and now it's going to be going back across. Terry Kennedy trying to break through, but Krola once again having to muscle up and make the tackle. It's all Ireland at the moment when it comes to the possession factor. Good run forward, but great tackle from Makata. Bounces back to his feet, never fully released, though, unfortunately for him, and that is going to be another penalty in favour of Ireland. And also we've got I must say, South Africa is doing great in sports these days. As Sevens Rugby and cricket is top-notch as well. Des Herman, it is great to see that they have got so many sports that are going in their favour. I mean, at the end of the day, like, the more rugby, the more cricket on for South Africa. Like, I will certainly not be complaining because I absolutely love watching them as a nation play. And this was a brilliant hit from Makata. You can see the passion on the face of some of the Blitzboks out there. They want this win, and they know that they've got the ability to be able to do so. A bit cagey, this one, in this is flesh. And yeah, this one could easily, I mean, it sounds weird to say this one could easily go either way, but it literally could, because Ireland have just got that fighting spirit, like we mentioned, and also they seem like their discipline has been pretty good so far throughout the Sevens circuit. Sevens the same as Union. Like, can you play Sevens for one nation, but then play 15th for another nation? Like, could you play Sevens for Fiji, then play 15th for Australia? I think the original rules were that you actually had to I know that Malachi Fekitoa was going to be playing for the Tongan Sevens so that he could play Tonga International Rugby for the 15th. So I think there is still a little bit of a kind of guest system that you've got to play for a certain country for so long. Straight on the ball there, Salvin Davids dives in, not rolling away as the call. And currently it is penalty after penalty after penalty against the Blitzboks. They're going to have to be very careful here, make sure that they don't end up in the bin. But currently Ireland just slowly building their way up the field. 2 minutes 30 left in this first half now. Oh, it's a good kick for the touchline now, 15 metres out. They are going to have the line out. Also, no score yet on someone's. Oh, come on, someone score. And this is the moment. Also, come on, people, hit the like button. So we are fortunate to see the live score, or we are so fortunate to see the live scores. And yeah, like I mentioned, anyone who wants to see the full match replay, World Rugby YouTube channel after the day is over for the Sevens, highly recommend it. You can literally watch every second of the action on there. It's a penalty this time to South Africa, taking the quick tap, and that's how quickly they can change this game away. It is going to be Grobbelaar back in his space, going for the corner. Roach not able to get him. The first touch of the ball almost for the Blitzboks, and they score the try. That is how crucial your backline can be. Didn't even need them, Grobbelaar. He just went himself, went all the way, scored the try, and now Christoph Grobbelaar, and South Africa cricketer okay as well. Says YT there, but it was just a brilliant tackle from Adonis. Then from there, it did end up having the man straight in. It was Jadald, got on the ball, wins the penalty, takes the quick tap as well for Adonis, and then Grobbelaar just back in his base. And I was like, right, man. And also, and says Flesh, and it also about Tyson stuff. I also want to try by Grobbelaar. And yeah, he just ended up being able to outrun Roach, who tried his best to chase him, but wasn't quite able to hold it. He puts his head on the ground. He knows how crucial that tackle could have been in the whole aspect of this game. But the fact that Argentina and Australia, they're going to be playing off in the next one, could we see a repeat of the final that we saw last week, which did end up being that exciting matchup that did take place between Argentina and South Africa? That was a brilliant final. And AHA, mate, it's me, Achilles, by the way. So you got another different one. Am I saying Demise? Oh, your Demise YT. Hopefully I've said that correctly as well. I hope you are doing well, mate. Currently a knock-on against the Irish, and it is going to be the Blitzboks with the scrum feed 40 metres out from the Irish line. And he has some real pace as well. And that's the thing. Like, they always talk about the fact that South Africa, some of their players are not built in the way that some people think that the Sevens players would be. But there's a reason for that, and that is because they're just pacey individuals. Sean Williams, for example, he is less than 75 kgs, but boy, he doesn't play like it when he's out on the field for the Sevens. It looks like there's a little bit of a problem going on for the scrums, just a little bit of push and shove between, I believe it's Aaron O'Sullivan and Makata, just having a little bit of a miscommunication in the scrum. And also, I'm not betting. And on the final, I always had a heart attack as well. And this is Aiden. I didn't think you'd be betting that much money on any Sevens game after the last one did take place. And in the past, Sevens players were drawn from the 15th side as well. Oh, it's going to be a great run. Speaking of the quick winger, and it's going to be Sean Williams scores the try. Has he hurt himself? No, he is all right. He actually kind of looks like Sawyers Wapi's younger brother, and he is filling in the boots of Sawyers Wapi for this one, but that is going to be another try in favour of the South Africans, and also Achilles on time as well. And there says David the Mod, and also, but it's a sport on its own right now, says David about Sevens. Yeah, Sevens is absolutely just up and coming in the world. And I feel like the Tokyo Olympics really helped promote it out to a little bit more of a bigger audience. And from there, we are certainly not complaining with the way that the Sevens has been going. It's a brilliant try, though, from the Blitzboks. And it's a great conversion there, 14-0 going into halftime. And you have to say that is just showing the class of the Blitzboks, because Ireland were all over them for a majority of that first half. They had 2 line breaks. They scored 2 tries. And because of it, it does mean that they are going to be 14-0 up at halftime. So it is a harsh one. If you miss an opportunity for the Irish, they are going to have to really get some points in the second half if they want a good chance. Here we go, Box. Keep the wing streak going. As I know, hey, mate, or good, mate, hope you're well. And then, hey, David, how's it, man? And also, damn, quicker and quicker, as us, this Flesh and say, yeah, there's a chance that South Africa could score 4 or 5 tries in this match, and that's money. Hopefully I said that correctly, with the Y's and whatnot in the right place. Although it was also that's, and they're a little bit more S on that one. But currently 2 tries for the Blitzboks, 0 points on the board for Ireland, who are ranked number 6. Like I mentioned, the winner of this game it will be Australia versus Argentina. And we see him there, Luciano Gonzalez. That man is an absolute unit. And even Fiji have smaller players, exactly right, such as Jerry Tuwai or someone along those lines, has really shown you don't need to be big to play sevens. Like, yes, you want a couple big players, and your side it always helps out, such as, I mean, for Argentina, looking at this man, Luciano Gonzalez, looking at South Africa, Zane Davids, he just really adds a little bit of deception in the way, because, like, you gotta have 2 men to tackle that man, because he's absolutely huge. He's a unit of an individual. Who else has got big players? Schroeder for the USA, another big man that does take a little bit more defending. Yul probably, you could say, he's not quite so much as the big muscular frame, but he's more of just that kind of long legs sprinting. And that's why Kenya are so dangerous in sevens as well. Geez, that player looks huge for a 7 player as well. And there says Novo, also hello everybody, welcome in. And there says Sebastian, at the moment, the granddads, they're all loving it at the moment. They're all having a bit of a dance. I mean, to be fair, sevens is for all ages. It is absolutely awesome that they are all going to be out there. And it seems like everyone is having a bit of a dance here. No matter the age, no matter the gender, they are all loving it. In Seville, we are ready to go for the second half. 14-0 for the Blitzboks at the moment. And Oz Irish, what is the Box winning streak now? 30 or 31? I believe it's 32, but I could be wrong. It's either 31 or 32 at this point in time. I got to be quick, full stop with a gas tank as well. Exactly right. I should say. Stamina, so important in a game of sevens. And now straight away, Ireland looking aggressive in the early stages of the second half. Now Hrobala trying to make the man Roach pushed into touch, but it's still going to be available here for the Irish. Stefan, nicely, beautifully done. And currently, if they score themselves a try right now, they are still right in this game. Going around the side, and I mentioned he was the super sub to have for the Irish. He's still going forward there. Owanusi going short side now. Roach trying to break through the tackle of it was Ryan Oosterhuizen. 30 metres out currently for the Irish. Looking for that counter-attack that could get themselves back into this game. It's going to be offloaded beautifully. Terry Kennedy, though, shut down 40 metres out by Grobbler. He's had an absolutely sensational game so far for the Blitzboks. So I mentioned about the fact that Selvin Davids would be one to watch out for. Grobbler has certainly stood up for this game and is playing like a side, or playing like a player who wants to be part of a gold medal side once again for the Blitzboks. Once again, another tackle made by Grobbler. No real forward momentum here for the Irish until now. A little bit of a line break, but guess who made the tackle? It was once again Grobbler. He's been everywhere in this half. Going to be passed off nicely now. The number 13 dragged down by Jadald. Straight on the ball. Wins a penalty for the Blitzboks there. And thanks so much as well. Says your device. And then I love supporting Kenya in the sevens rugby. Are they always the underdog but can surprise big teams? Exactly right. And the best thing is about sevens, like, you never know who's going to win it up until the final whistle. Like, we might see one day an upset win for Germany over South Africa or something like that. Even Germany drawing up against the Australians was absolutely huge. South Africa are undefeated against Ireland with 4 wins and 1 draw is a stat that has just popped up on the field. And that is a huge one because Ireland, you would feel with the way that the Irish go that maybe they would be a little bit closer to being able to maybe pick up a win. But I think that draw was an extremely close game between the two sides, back and forth. And South Africa is hard to beat in anyone's book. Exactly right. Springboks, sevens, and also the Springboks in general for the Union side of it. Zane Davids, he's back out on the field. He wouldn't look too astray in a Springboks kit if he decided to switch to Union. He probably won't. Feel like sevens at the moment is just a league of its own for the South Africans. This could be a good opportunity to make their way forward. Those Zane Davids off to Sullivan. Davids passes it across to Jadaldi, goes through. This could be the try as well. Kennedy tries to stop him. It's going to be a try, though, for Jadald. And that will be another one for the South Africans. They are going to be 19-0 up now, and JP has said Viva South Africa. And there's those playing at 7 a.m. And also just curious who landed up winning the Super Rugby warm-up matches. I think it was the Waratahs who were able to beat the Brumbies, if I'm not wrong, from the information that I was told. But at this stage, all trying to make the tackle there for Kennedy, just not quite able to do it, though. And Jadald does score the try for the Blitzboks, 19-0 now this current time. But the game at 7 will be the winner of this game. Well, actually, game at 7 will be the loser of this game, taking on the loser of the other match, which is either Australia or Argentina. So 7s, 15s, cricket, Olympics, all these kind of sports are we doing great at. But our soccer is at the bottom, and our New Zealand soccer is bad as well. There's your device IT. Yeah, we aren't exactly known for our footballing ability here in New Zealand overall. But yeah, I'm not too sure whether or not we will actually qualify for the next World Cup. Hopefully we can get there. How is South Africa going in the qualifying process that was almost taken there by the Blitzboks once again, but still going to be available? Almost a DDT there from Zane Davids, dragging the man down near his neck, breaking off the side. Zach Ward now trying to get extra meters. They've still got another 4 minutes. Theoretically, if Ireland scores straight away now and then score another quick fire try, they can still get themselves a win in this game, but they need just that. It's going to be on the outside now. Terry Kennedy trying to back the pace, but great tackle from Naluvu. Was able to make it, and that's going to be the penalty one by Adonis. Takes the quick tap, and the Blitzboks, I mentioned about the gas tank, that it is very deep, and that is exactly what is happening. Our pass across to Zane Davids now, and he will be going for the corner. Great low tackle on him, though. It had to be made. Currently outside of the 22, Shadol plays half back. Goes back across to Selvin Davids. One more now on the outside. Out to, it will be Impy Visa, in fact. It's a penalty, though, to South Africa. No clear release is the call, and they are slowing this one down by the looks of it here for the Blitzboks. We have got there Almayo True as well, and we were undefeated at the last World Cup, Football World Cup. Yeah, we were at 2011, weren't we? I remember staying up till the random hours of the morning to watch that one, and also one of the best player tennis matches ever as well. Here's Wet Willie there. And also for the Nadal, and also who was he versing in the final for Nadal? Nadal, I should say. I got that one really wrong with the pronunciation of his name there. But currently now, it is a penalty. Oh, okay. I think Terry Kennedy tackling off the ball here has got himself a yellow card, so it goes from bad to worse for the Irish. Aaron Herman. Herman South Africa is most hated by England as well. And also, it's not Gilald, it's Gilald. Hopefully, I'll pronounce that correctly. Or Jidald. Is it Jidald, actually? Jidald. Maybe. Not too sure. Oh, it's going to be a 4 pass there. Zane Davids almost in for the try, but just misses out. 2 minutes left in this game, though, and it will be the Blitzboks making their way through to the final. They will be in a tough matchup up against the winner of either Australia or Argentina. The Irishman, he was wanting the ball. He didn't actually realise that it wasn't his ball, though, unfortunately. 5 meters out now for this one, and the Irish are going to be hanging on to this one. Currently 26 carries for Ireland, 8 carries for the Blitzboks, yet they've scored 3 tries. That just shows that if they get half an inch, they will take them all. I think the Blitzboks entered Seville with a 29-game winning streak. This is going to be their 4th, so it should be 33. And yeah, I guess it all depends on whether or not they count those kind of games that they had up against, or they had a game up against Samoa that didn't take place. I assume that still counts as a win on the winning streak, but I'm not too sure whether or not that does count towards the numbers that they are going for, or whether that is just counted as a win, but not a win. And also, we've got this. Sorry, I accidentally tied someone out. As I was just having them on there. Who did you accidentally get with the moderator? One moment. We'll go back. It's going to be going back across now. Offloaded back for the Blitzboks. We'll have a look. Who we got here? Fleshin. It was. One moment. We'll go like this. Oh, okay, that's going to be going down just a little bit too far. Right, sorry, Fleshin as well. One moment. We will go like that, Fleshin. Yeah. And also, there we go. Hey, we got a Sebastian. How long have you been here, Sebastian? I feel like I read your message without actually realizing that it was Sebastian rather than David Doe. Welcome in, mate. Hope you are doing well. That was also true, but England hates every nation when it comes to sport as well. Says Herman. But that one is going to be close. Nope. Just throws the ball back. I think it hit the knee of the Irish player, though, so this could end up being in favour of the Blitzboks to be able to have one more attacking opportunity. And Fletcher is cool as well. Yeah, I feel like the fact that you were hidden then unhidden, feel like it's like you've been redeemed type thing, you know? It's like redemption, or not redemption, but it's like you've been revived, I should say. How, like, not too many people can say that they've been completely gone, completely back in the matter of seconds. So congratulations, Fletcher. I tell you what, just for that, we're going to put you on the screen as well. We're cool. We'll give you a little shout out just for the misunderstanding of that one. But currently now, it is the Blitzboks who are sitting on halfway at the moment, passing it back across field. Once again, Selwyn Davids kick and chase. He does this so many times. No one's going to be able to stop him as long as that ball sits up, and it does. And that will be another try for the Blitzboks to close it out. It's all very nicely done. And it is going to be huge. Apologies to the Fletcher and Achilles. There's been a slight misunderstanding as well in their sense of action. Currently kicked downfield once again for Selwyn Davids. He's done that move so many times. Well, I am Welsh as well in there, says Fletcher. Also, perhaps a little bit of a preview maybe for the Six Nations. Might be popping yourself back up to number one for the next stage as well. That's actually coming next week or this weekend, which is extremely exciting. That one's gone over, and that will be the win for South Africa. They get the win 26 points to 0 over the Irish, and what looked like it could have been a close game at the start certainly was not one by the end of it. The Blitzboks getting the win, doing very nicely for themselves, and they will take on the winner of Australia on their game up against Argentina. So that will be a good old matchup. Maybe we get to see either a repeat of the Dubai final, or we get to see a repeat of last week's final between South Africa and Argentina. That's going to be an exciting one. Also, we have got there misunderstanding how I'm lost as well. And there's our device. And also, we have got there South Africa. Oh, sorry, another final for South Africa is Spanish Tour 1. Or first in Malaga, now Seville. Yeah, they're doing very nicely for themselves. Now we will be going over to our next live stream in a very short moment, though, between Australia and Argentina. But I appreciate every single one of you for being here for this live stream. If you are new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. It is hugely appreciated, all you guys being here for these matches that are taking place. And now it is going to be Australia taking on Argentina in the very next matchup. And also we've got the, you wouldn't believe it, but I just stood in front of my laptop and my cat jumps on it, and then everyone went down. I went to the dogs. As all of this is down the modern slow starts for the Blitzboks in every game. Yeah, it has been, but now they have been able to get themselves through and win that final, which is very nicely done. But thank you all very much for tuning in. We will be back for the final. I do appreciate every single one of you for being here. We will be transferring over to Australia, taking on Argentina in a very short moment. Or do we just stay here? No, we will go over to our next one. We will keep the system that we have got. So be sure to tune in for that one in a very short moment. Thank you all very much. If you are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, leave a like on this live stream. 26-0 in favour of the Blitzboks. Extremely well done. And we will be looking forward to seeing them in the final as well. But thank you all very much for tuning in. And I will see you all for the next one